What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another Oscar update. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so it's been several weeks since I last covered Oscar, and as you guys can see, Oscar is currently sitting at a $1.48 million market cap. And if you look at it just from a technical analysis standpoint, you can see that we're actually holding a very strong floor right now. This 1 million range is holding incredibly well for Oscar. Now, does that mean that it's guaranteed to hold? No, it does not. However, it does mean that this could be a nice accumulation zone if you do believe in this project long term. Now, I'm going to continue saying the same thing that I've been saying about Oscar for a long time. This is one of my favorite projects out there, especially from a microcap standpoint. If you look at their X account, they currently have 15.8k followers, but this project has incredible connections. You guys have to understand, this project was created by a lot of the OG Shiba Inu team members. Paradox, who is the person that literally made the Shiba Inu logo, he is on the Oscar team. So they have enormous connections, especially for a project of this size. Now, as always, does that guarantee that this project is going to do well long term? No, it does not. But if this is your guys' first time watching an Oscar video, or if you guys are interested in Oscar, then I heavily recommend joining their Telegram. I say that all the time as well, but they have some of the best leadership that you'll find in a project. I think you guys will be just as impressed as I am if you join it. Now, you can see right here that they actually just posted 1 hour ago that Oscar is now ranked second in the HTX DAO community recommendations. And Manu is the project that actually won the last time the HTX DAO voting happened, and they actually did get listed. Does that mean that every project that wins is guaranteed to get listed again? No, it does not. But it is nice to see that they have actually listed projects from this process before. So if Oscar can actually get in the voting and they can win, then that would be very bullish. But this project is just continuing to put in great work. They're constantly doing giveaways, having new partnerships, collaborations, etc. So again, if you guys are interested in this project, I definitely recommend joining their Telegram. I do also just want to make sure you guys understand the overall crypto market right now, because the crypto market as a whole is going to have a major impact on a project like Oscar. You can see that Bitcoin is fighting really hard right now at this 103,000 level, and you have to understand how important this 103,000 level actually is. If you come over here and you look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame, you can see that it's retesting the 50 weekly moving average. To be clear, I am recording this video on Sunday morning, and this candle closes Sunday evening. So by the time you guys are seeing this video on Monday, you will already know how this candle closed. But as of the time of recording, I do not. But I am personally watching this level right now. I would like to see how this candle actually closes. If price action can close above the 50 weekly, then I think that'll be a great look. You guys have to understand that if you actually zoom out and you look at Bitcoin, we have bounced off of the 50 weekly moving average on both of the previous pullbacks. You can see the first pullback right here. We had this major consolidation period and we retested what level? The 50 weekly moving average. We then had a very strong breakout from there, pulled back and retested what level yet again? The 50 weekly. And then you can see we've had a very nice move, and yet again, right now we are retesting the 50 weekly. The question is whether or not we're going to bounce. The reason that I think we have a pretty good chance of bouncing is because of the stochastics. You can see that the stochastics are extremely oversold right now, and we have put in a double bottom. Go back and look at the other times the stochastics have been extremely oversold. Right here, what happened? Very nice move. Extremely oversold right here. What happened? Another very nice move. Same exact thing right here. Very nice move. Even the depths of the bear market in 2023, we have had very strong moves from oversold stochastics. You can just check all throughout Bitcoin's history. Even when we were heading into a bear market, we were still getting bounces with extremely oversold stochastics. Now, it was a clear downtrend though. You could see that price action was still coming up and it was putting in lower highs. If you're putting in lower highs, that's how you kind of know that we are in a downtrend. But if we can come up here and put in another higher high, I don't see why people are saying we're heading into a bear market. So make sure you understand where we're actually at from a macro standpoint right now. If you look at Ethereum, we're in a somewhat similar situation. Ethereum had a textbook bounce off of the 50 weekly. However, its candle has actually recovered a lot smoother than Bitcoin's. But similar to Bitcoin, the stochastics are extremely oversold yet again. And I don't have to go through and show you Ethereum's history, but if I do, you can see that extremely oversold stochastics usually equates to a bounce. You can see that the previous time right here, we ran from $1,380 a coin all the way up to like $4,800. So even if you are of the belief that we are heading into a bear market, there's a good chance that we do get some sort of a bounce first. If you think we're heading into a bear market, then look for a lower high. But honestly, that's about it for the update today. It's very important for you to understand where we're at from a macro standpoint. The fear and greed index is still at 24. We are seeing extreme fear in the market. And when you're seeing extreme fear, you cannot expect a project like Oscar to be pumping right now. Oscar is doing exactly what it should be doing compared to the rest of the market. I do like to see that Oscar seems to have found a very nice bottom. You can see that price action is just starting to flatten out. That's good to see. But as always, if you guys are interested in Oscar and market updates and just getting into projects super early in general, then I always recommend you take a look at my Discord. If you look at the all-time gainer list, we've hit some huge multipliers in here this cycle. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to have you guys in here with us. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments how you guys are feeling about Oscar. If you enjoyed this content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.